all those nations are going to completely annihilate, completely destroy, 100% kill until they're dead, right? So it's just the distant ones that are lucky enough to be slaves. Hey folks, welcome to Joel Reads Bible. I'm Joel and I read Bible so that you don't have to. And we're still doing it. We are still doing it. And we're here at Deuteronomy chapter 20. Oh my goodness, did I pronounce it correctly? Deuteronomy. I just pronounced it correctly. I am going to continue reading this book until it's done. I know a lot of people just don't want me to finish it. And this time it's because it's not that fascinating. You know what I mean? It's not that intriguing. But we do find these little nuggets. The thing about Deuteronomy is that it has these famous verses, massive sort of quotes that you get in Christianity. Love the Lord your God with all your soul, mind, heart, and strength, and all the other things. And also, man cannot live by bread alone, but by every word that comes out of the mouth of Yahweh, right? These are like big verses, and we get to see where they're located. Just like in Leviticus when we saw, love your neighbor as yourself. So we see these big ideas that eventually are going to be ripped from their context and shoved into the mouth of Jesus. And what does he mean by it? And then bastardized by Paul. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just enjoy the early writings of Judaism, which we know are going to be appropriated by the cult of Christianity. And pay attention to every single word that I say in the chapter, and then at the end of it, I'm going to tell you what I loved about the chapter, and I'm also going to tell you what I loathed. So that'll be really interesting to hear. A lot of people have been, don't look in the comments, but a lot of people have been saying, like sending me personal emails and actually buying me cameos of famous people just to tell me that they really like my love it and what I loathed about it endings of the episode. So, I delete them right away, so I can't prove it right now, but that does happen. So I know that everybody really, really loves it, and so you're going to love it too. So stick around to the end of the chapter, and then you'll see that as well as well. So let's get right into it. Deuteronomy chapter 20. When you go out to battle against your enemies and see horses, chariots, and a people more numerous than you, you shall not be afraid of them, for Yahweh, your God, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt, is with you. What's he going to do? You just feel confident. Like, what do you mean? What's he going to do? He's with you. What more do you want? Smack him out of the way, or just go like that, and then crush the whole chariot and the guy and the horse. And then all the people that are more than us, just do that. And then he's gone. And then he's killed them. He's smushed them. What? Could he do that? No, he's with you. He's with you. So just be thankful he's with you. It shall be when you draw near to the battle that the priest shall approach and speak to the people and shall tell them, Hear Israel, you draw now today to battle against your enemy. Don't let your heart faint. Don't be afraid nor tremble, neither be scared of them. For Yahweh your God is he who goes with you to fight against your enemies and to serve you. Don't ask me what that accent is, but it's somebody who's trying to speak very dramatically, and I think he's putting on a bit of a British accent because I think he thinks it makes him sound more regal and authoritative, but he's not good at it, so he ends up mispronouncing half the words. That's not my fault. That's the fault of the guy that's thinking that makes someone sound better or makes it sound more official and important, but it doesn't. Like, it's not working. Somebody should tell him. But it does say here that, like, don't be afraid because Yahweh is going to fight for you against your enemies to save you. So I wonder what that looks like. I wonder if there's anything practical about that. We'll see. We'll see, like, if it ever says, and then Yahweh swept through the army and did a lot of the actual killing and used lightning. Maybe he used lightning. The officers shall speak to the people, saying, what man is there who has built a new house and has not dedicated it? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man dedicate it. What man is there who has planted a vineyard and has not used its fruit? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in battle, and another man use its fruit. What man is there who has pledged to be married to a wife and has not taken her? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in battle, and another man take her. I think I like this. If you haven't lived yet, like if you haven't done the things that you want to do, don't go die in battle. That would be heartbreaking. Another man will get to sleep with your wife, which is a little weird, like the other man thing. But like, if you don't get to live your life more fully before you die, before you risk your life, don't do that. Go home, have a few grapes, consummate your marriage, dedicate your house, whatever that means, and then go die. The officer shall speak further to the people, and they shall say, what man is there who is fearful and faint-hearted? Let him go and return to his house, lest his brother's heart melt his heart. So is it saying, like, if you're a coward, you can go home? You don't have to fight in the war if you're a coward? That's nice. It shall be when the officers have finished speaking in the house, they shall appoint captains of armies at the head of the people. This seems like a democracy all of a sudden, that the people are like, we like that guy. But I think these are the officers, but maybe amongst the officers, none of them are really captains yet. And they're like, we like that guy, that guy let us be cowards. So let's appoint him to be the captain. When you draw near to a city to fight against it, then proclaim peace to it. Oh, that's nice. It shall be, if it gives you answer of peace and opens to you, then it shall be that all the people who are found therein shall become forced laborers to you and shall serve you. Damn it. Wartime slaves. So this is now like God saying directly, this is how you're going to get some of your slaves. Like some people will say, like, God never says, like, just go take slaves. He goes, if you are going to do slave, then do slave this way. He doesn't say, like, I'm commanding you right now, go and get some slaves. He is, though. He is. He's saying, go and say, we want to have peace with you. And if they're like, we do too, we do not want to fight, we are going to do the peace thing, then they're like, great, you work for us now, okay? You are our slaves, and you will serve us. Ding. So that's awful, isn't it? Like, is this a war? Would this be considered a war crime today? I feel like this is not something we would say is okay in today's day and age. But Yahweh, the timeless God, definitely involved in writing this book, the one that you worship, the one that you get down on your knees for, he thought that going to attack a city and when they want to have peace, making them all slaves, he thought that was a good thing. If it will make no peace with you, but will make war against you, opposite of peace, then you shall besiege it. When Yahweh your God delivers it into your hand, you shall strike every male of it with the edge of the sword. But the women, the little ones, the livestock, all that is in the city, even all its plunder, you shall take for plunder for yourself. The women the little ones, the livestock. All of that sounds like it's listed as if it's property, to be honest, which we know from the other chapters. We don't have to go very far to see that women are treated as property, and so are children in the case of Exodus 21, where a woman will have children and those children will belong as property, as houseborn slaves to the master. And the livestock, which everybody would agree is property, and all that is in the city, even its plunder, you shall take for plunder. So those people and livestock and the other plunder, you shall take all of that as plunder. So it's all just plunder. You may use the plunder of your enemies, which Yahweh your God has given you. You can use it for what? Like, they're people. What are you using the people for? What are you using the women for? What are you using the little ones for? That's disturbing. You may take women and children as prisoners of war, as plunder, and use them as you will. I am God. I am Yahweh your God. That's horrific. Thus you shall do to all the cities which are very far off from you, which are not of the cities of these nations, but of the cities of these peoples that Yahweh your God gives you for an inheritance. You shall save alive nothing that breathes, but you shall utterly destroy them, the Hittite, the Amorite, the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite, as Yahweh your God has commanded you, that they not teach you to follow their abominations, which they have done for their gods. So would you sin against Yahweh your God. So all the cities that are really far away, the ones at a distance, that they're just not going to visit that often, go over there, be like, we're destroying everyone, we're killing everything. We don't need to kill you. We would like to have peace with you and have you work for us. Probably similar to what happened back in Egypt. We're going to just take a hefty tax from you, right? And you're going to pay us to... It probably almost like the gangster thing. We already saw this a few times where Yahweh was a bit of a gangster, where it's like, you got to pay protection. You know, it feels like it's that sort of thing. Pay us and we won't like destroy you and annihilate you, right? And that's the type of slavery that these people are probably going to live under. They're just going to be paying to the Israelites so that they don't besiege them, right? But the lands that they are going to invade and take the homes and like tear down all the altars and then put up other altars to Yahweh as if there's a difference, and then just not do the human sacrifice, but do all the other sacrifices because Yahweh wants to save the human sacrifice until it's Jesus, right? He just wants that one specific one. All those nations are going to completely annihilate, completely destroy, 100% kill until they're dead, right? So it's just the distant ones that are lucky enough to be slaves. These are your options if you're an enemy of Yahweh, right? If you're anyone that doesn't follow the same God as the Hebrews, it is slavery, which is like the good one, or complete and utter annihilation, which I think is actually going to be reflected in the New Testament. I know that we always see that this is the Old Testament. He was a monster, this guy. Well, that is kind of the way Jesus thought of things too. It's like you're going to be Jesus' slave. You're going to be a slave to righteousness. You're going to serve God in heaven, chanting holy, 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 right? You're going to be a slave to Christ. That's the best case scenario. Or you're going to be annihilated, or of course, have eternal conscious torment, right? Like it's one or the other. There's not a lot of like middle ground of just like living freely in peace or kind of like, you know, your own world that you have agency in, that you can do with it what you will. There's just those two insane options, right? It's pretty dark. This is a pretty dark cult, honestly. Like, if you actually believe this, like, no, it's terrifying. And I can see why people are desperate to defend it, because they don't want to end up in the really bad one. They just want the, like, not as bad one that is still bad. When you shall besiege a city a long time, in making war against it to take it, you shall not destroy its trees by wielding an axe against them, for you may eat of them. You shall not cut them down, for is the tree of the field man, that it should be besieged to you? Only the trees that you know are not trees for food you shall destroy and cut them down. You shall build bulwarks against the city that make war with you until it falls. So I guess this is sort of like a scenario where they're going to war with the city and they're having a hard time of it. It's taking a while to beat these people. They're a really tough fight, right? And so they may actually need to cut down trees and other things in order to, like, barricade or to build, like, makeshift fortresses for the meantime while they're fighting these people. But don't cut down fruit trees. You could use the fruit, right? You can actually eat of the fruit trees. So don't do that. Which is, like, just, I guess, a strategy sort of thing here. It's interesting the things that Yahweh cares about to mention. Because, like, he's not doing everything, right? He's not telling you how to build the bulwarks, right? He's not telling you, not mentioning sandbags, which would be good to, like, probably a handy thing to know. He's not giving a lot of, like, detailed instructions about things, but, like, just randomly, he'll be like, cut down these trees, but not these trees. It's so funny. I wonder if anyone's done the study of, like, why he chose those particular laws and not other things to mention. This seems like entirely random, and, like, they didn't need Yahweh to mention that one. Obviously, these are people, but, like, you know what I'm saying? It just seems a little bit random. But anyway, that is chapter 20. And what did I love about this chapter? Well, I loved the idea that somebody could return to their house to, like, live a bit of their life before they go to die at war. I like that. I like that notion. I think that's kind of like a nice thing for, like, a young person that just hasn't yet done anything. Probably the, like, consummating their marriage thing is like, well, we better get a kid out of the deal before we kill this one. We better make sure that there's another kid on the way. We got to keep these family lines going, right? That's probably what's going on there. But I liked that. What I hated about it, obviously, was the slavery thing. More direct condoning, even commanding of slavery. Like, I think that's what we have to just, like, God doesn't just condone slavery in the Bible, right? He's not just, like, okay with it. He's not regulating it. He's commanding it. He really wants it. He loves it. And it goes in, it is really in line with my new theory. It's this theory that the theme of the Bible is slavery. That's the whole theme. And we're going to keep our eyes open. But I'm pretty sure that the entire theme of the whole Bible is slavery. And sometimes it's metaphorical. Sometimes it's just directly real, like actual. I hate it. And so that's it. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next time for the recap. And until then, subscribe, like this one, and leave me a comment. And we'll see you in the recap. Bye.